I think if you know Greg Doucette, I don't even have to, brand this or try to sell this because it really tastes really good. And if you look at the macros, look at everything I've added. It's bread, it's egg whites, it's cinnamon, it's stevia. Really healthy, low calorie, fills you up, very tasty, something I look forward to every day. I did not do it full justice because it does not look good, but it definitely tastes bomb. Whether or not you believe, it's really up to you. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating with Khian, where today we'll be making breakfast together. We'll be making Greg Doucette's Anabolic French Toast, a Anabolic cuisine, and I can't English right now. I can't speak even because I'm pretty tired and I haven't eaten yet and I want to eat now, so let's get this started with. The first ingredient you're gonna need is egg whites. If you have regular egg whites, liquid egg whites, you can use those. I'm not using those, I'm using powdered egg whites. So to prepare that, I need water as well, but if you have egg whites like I mentioned, you don't need water. So we're gonna need, so for each piece of bread, we want 12 grams of egg whites, just to make sure that the bread is soaked with a lot of protein, so that the glycemic load is lower, so that you be more satiated as you eat. Okay, I know we have 26 pieces of French toast here. No, we have 26 pieces of bread here. So we have 2 baking thingies, bowls. And so for each bowl, we're gonna need 13 pieces of bread. Yeah, each bowl is gonna fit 13 pieces of bread. So 13 times 12 is gonna be 156. So 156. Yep, 156. So we're gonna do the same with the other one. Okay, this bag of egg white powder has run out. So what do we do? Do we use something else? We do not, because we always have backup. Always have backup with you so that you won't have to cheat on your diet. If you have backup, you feel safer as well. And yeah, if you have backup whenever you're hungry, you can just eat whatever. No, what am I talking about? When you have backup, you can eat the backup that you've prepared. So you don't have to eat whatever. So that's that. We're gonna cut it open. Oh my gosh, I'm literally making a mess. The egg white's not coming out. Oh my gosh. I should have cut a bigger hole, I think. Oh my gosh. But we're almost there. Yep, 156 grams of egg white powder is it. So before I continue, I should like to clean up the little mess that I've made. So give me a while. All the remaining egg white powder is gonna go in. Okay. Now that we have these, the next step is to add water. So the egg white powder ratio, the powder to water ratio is 1:7. So with each gram of egg white powder, you want to add 7 grams of water, 7 milliliters of water. 156 times 7 is 1092. So you want to add this in. Yep, that's 1092. Grab a whisk. Before that, you want to add some cinnamon in. Well, cinnamon you gotta add to taste. I usually add about 10 to 12 grams of cinnamon with this amount. So this is 5 grams of cinnamon, and we have run out of cinnamon as well. So what do? We have backup as well. We always have backup. We never run out of stuff. So you need to be very aware of what's in your pantry so that when something is about to run out, you can restock them. And I'm struggling to make an opening for this cinnamon container, so bear with me. Oh my god, I swear. Oh, not the safest way to open it, but I did. Okay, we have cinnamon here, we have 5 grams in here, so you want to add a few more grams. 8, 9, 10, 11, okay, 13 grams, that's okay. And you want to add stevia. Like I mentioned in my previous Eating with Khian's, this stuff is extremely sweet. So we have about 1 liter of stuff here. You want to add about 6 drops. Or you know what, 8 drops is fine. 9 drops. It's okay because while the liquid's gonna be sweet, it's gonna be soaked in by the bread. So the bread is like regular bread anyway. It's gonna be plain. So if you add more stevia in, each piece of bread is gonna be sweet. And I like my bread to be so sweet that I don't have to really add syrup to it, although I have the syrup recipe. Sometimes I'm lazy to make the syrup. So yeah, I just eat the bread like that. It's sweet enough for me. And you might have noticed I have a ponytail here hanging. Not the best hairstyle in the world, but it works for now. Alright, and this is the boring part. You kind of whisk because the powder is pretty stiff. Yeah, I'm gonna show this to you guys. It's pretty stiff, the powder. There's still a lot of powder, like it's not super liquidy yet. Is it focusing well? Oh my gosh. Yep. It's really stiff, so you want to whisk it for a long enough amount of time so that it becomes watery, like regular liquid egg whites. And this is what I don't like about this recipe. No, this ingredient actually, because if I add regular liquid egg whites, I mean Malaysia doesn't really have liquid egg whites. I've tried to search like everywhere, and not gonna like order liquid egg whites overseas. Like liquid egg whites shipped all the way from, I don't know, Australia just to get liquid egg whites. Not the best thing to do, I think. So, gonna whisk the side as well. I'm gonna whisk the side because sometimes the powder gets stuck to the side. I don't know. I'm giving out culinary tips here. Can't really cook. Okay, so one bowl is done. We have another bowl to go, so let's do this. So before you want to add water, you want to add 12 grams of cinnamon in here. Okay, I actually only added 14 grams, but it's fine. 5 drops of stevia, or as many drops as you want. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this bowl is the sweeter bowl. Really sweet, I like it. So about 1 liter, about 1.1 liter. Okay, so that's 195, about what we want. Okay, so you do the same with the next bowl. You keep whisking. So we don't need the weighing scale anymore. We keep whisking and whisking and whisking. Yeah, and this is where it gets awkward and boring and sleepy. I have some coffee with me to keep myself awake. Yep, while you're meal prepping, be sure to have coffee so that you don't fall asleep. Coffee is good for you. Okay guys, now you can't see my head, but it's okay. What we're gonna do next is we want to soak the bread inside these egg whites, right? We have 2 rolls of bread, just regular bread. I got the wholemeal rather than the white bread just because the fiber is higher. But it doesn't matter, you can choose whatever bread you want. Any form of plain bread is fine. I don't think the brand matters, nothing matters. The most important thing is calories. So, and you soak the bread in there. And once you've done that, so not all the bread is gonna fit because it's a lot of bread here for one bowl. But as just, you know what, you're gonna see what happens next. So when the bread has been soaked with a lot of egg whites, you put them in the pan and then you cook them. And that is the French toast. As easy as that. You don't need to be Gordon Ramsay to be able to make this. It's my breakfast every day, like throughout the weekend last week, so last 2 days. We ran out of bread and I wanted to record this while cooking, so I didn't prep them in advance. And I had to have oatmeal for breakfast. Oh my gosh, that was like the most horrible 2 days of breakfast in my life. Because I always look forward to breakfast. Like honestly, I'm not joking here. I'm making this up, but the meal I look forward to every day the most is breakfast because the French toast is just too good. So this is 1 roll of bread. Add another roll of bread here. You just do the same thing, you soak it into the egg whites and you use the whisk to help you push the bread so that it goes down into the bowl and so it soaks the bread. Because sometimes it just floats on top, right? And only one side gets the egg whites and the other side doesn't get the egg white. But we don't want that. We want the entire bread to be soaked with a lot of egg whites. We want to get that protein in so that our breakfast is tasty and satiating. Okay, we're almost done. We have like 1 or 2 more pieces of bread left. 2 more. Oh my gosh, this is where I would have 3 hands. And yep, that's one last one going in. And that's all the bread that's been soaked. And right now, let's move on to the stove. Okay guys, I'm at the stove now. So we have 2 pans here. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, you can. Yes. We have 2 pans. We just want to speed things up so that we don't have to take forever cooking. Oh my gosh, I can't think. Okay, you want to set the heat at about low medium. Not high medium, low medium. So it's like medium but on the low end. Because the bread takes a while to cook. And yeah, and the next step, of course, is we want to add the oil spray. Like I mentioned in all my cooking with Khians, you don't need big glugs of oil. All you need is 1 second of spray. Boom, boom. So that's 1 second. And then what you do next is you add these babies into the pan. And there's a magic step next, which we cannot forget. And I learned this from, of course, the man himself, Coach Greg Doucette. We will see what the next step is, but before that, let me add this bread into these pans. I want to make sure that they are I guess, in some sort of structure so that I can add as many pieces into the pan as possible. Because the more I add, the less time I would need to cook, which is a win-win. I don't want to spend forever cooking. I mean, I enjoy cooking, but I just want to eat now. I'm like hungry, so I hope I can add a 6th piece here. So I have 5 pieces of bread here now, but yes, I can add the 6th piece. Okay, into this pan. I I hope I can add 4 pieces of bread into here. Okay, yeah, 4 pieces is okay. Okay, once you have added all the bread inside the pan, you want to add one more extra step, which is you want to grab a spoon and then you add the egg whites onto the bread until it cannot soak up any egg whites anymore, so that the bread is actually completely filled with protein, and it's gonna make the bread all the more delicious. Just add as much as you want, add as much as you can actually. Add, keep adding till you can't add no more. I always have more than enough egg whites, so I will just keep adding until I can't add any more. And yeah. So the bread is still cooking, but as you can see, I've added a lot of egg whites on top of the bread and around the bread so that it's completely soaked with a lot of egg whites. And yeah, as you can see here as well, I've added 6 pieces here, 4 pieces here, so I'm cooking like 10 pieces at a time. So I have 26 pieces, so by the 3rd round I'll be done with everything. And you know what? We're gonna multitask, however it's pronounced, because I'm gonna have 6 pieces of bread here right now. When this is done, I'm gonna go on to eat. So as I eat, no, you know what? When this is done, I'm gonna add another 6 pieces, and as I'm waiting for these to cook, I'm gonna eat the first batch of 6 pieces of bread. Yeah, I cannot articulate, but yeah, that's how it's gonna be, and we will see you in a while. Okay guys and girls, here's where the magic comes. I'm gonna show you how I can flip 6 pieces of French toast at once. I'm gonna be the master chef of Malaysia. Woo! I did it with the 4 pieces as well. Yeah, this is how I try to find joy and fun in life. So yeah. Hi guys, so my breakfast is done. This is 6 pieces of French toast. Of course the presentation is not perfect, but it tastes really good. I think if you know Greg Doucette, I don't even have to, you know, brand this or try to sell this, because it really tastes really good. And if you look at the macros, look at everything I've added. It's bread, it's egg whites, it's cinnamon, it's stevia. Really healthy, low calorie, fills you up, very tasty, something I look forward to every day. I did not do it full justice because it does not look good, but it definitely tastes bomb. Whether or not you believe, it's really up to you. So I have the next 10 pieces of bread cooking there. I'm gonna eat, enjoy my breakfast, and then I'm gonna show you guys the finished product in a while. Okay guys, so this is 20 pieces of French toast. And I may be oblivious sometimes, but I definitely know that I won't be able to close this Tupperware. But the other Tupperwares are still being used. So, I mean, anyway, I have to wait for the bread to cool down. So once it is cooled down, I will transfer them into different Tupperwares, and then, yeah, it is done. You store them into the fridge. And that is cooking with Khian, eating with Khian, French toast. I'm sorry you didn't really eat with me because I honestly prefer to eat alone. Oh yeah, which reminds me, on social media people say things like, oh, if someone eats alone, they're strong. If someone eats alone, they can deal with loneliness and things like that. But I'm not sure, because I have always preferred eating alone. Like, I mean, my friends and my family would know. When I eat, I don't like to engage in any form of conversations, because I think eating is like, I don't know, I just want some alone time sometimes. Well, of course, like, I don't mind having a meal with a friend, but when it's not planned, when I'm like thinking that I'm gonna eat alone, I will want to eat alone, and I don't want to, I don't know, it's just me maybe. ponytail not looking too good. I have mentally prepared myself for all types of comments that would be on my hair, but it's fine. We're on lockdown anyway. For the most part, we're at home, in Malaysia at least. And yeah, this is what I have for breakfast every day. French toast. You should definitely try it. It's healthy, high protein, low calorie, and very delicious. And of course, kudos to Greg Doucette for teaching us this recipe. And oh yeah, shout out to FNK Concept. Be sure to check them out on Shopee and Lazada for full products at reasonable prices. Until next time, I am out.